Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book of poetry history and a thought for the day, all in one book. This is the book, this is the hardcover version. There is a paperback version as well. It makes a very nice present to give people, I think, apart from anything else. You know, a little bit of information, a little bit of poetry, and a thought for the day. And you can dip into it every day of the year and get something different. There's such an astonishing range of poetry in the world. I think we're so lucky to have it. It's normally such a power for good. Not always, but most of the time. PoetryChangesLives.com is my website where you can read all about poetry of various types and buy this book there as well if you wish. It makes a great present, I always think, to give anyone. Sometimes we're at our wits' end to think of a present to give somebody. Well, this book could be your answer. You can get it from Amazon, of course, direct as well. Let me demonstrate what's in it. On this day, in 1913, the Greek poet and diplomat Georgios Seferiades was born. He used the pen name George Seferis, but he's still known as Seferiades. He's still very well known in Greece and in England, for that matter. He wrote many beautiful verses that show the influence of ancient Greek poetry, and I think that's a wonderful thing. I wish more people did that. Ancient Greeks such as Homer and Euripides are still so powerful and relevant today. It's astonishing. Seferiades realized that, and he was also influenced by modernists such as T.S. Eliot and Ezra Pound. You could see it all in his poetry. It's really good, some of it. As a diplomat, he was ambassador to Britain for several years in the 50s and was very much involved in the peacekeeping process in Cyprus between the Turks and the Greeks, of course. It was an island he particularly loved. Seferiades won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1963, deservedly so, I think. Today I'm going to read a poem by an Englishman, Ben Jonson, Elizabethan contemporary of William Shakespeare. It's a very beautiful poem, and the reason I'm reading it today is because it is also influenced by Greek and Roman poets. Jonson was a scholar at Westminster School, though he came from humble beginnings. And he was very fond of the Greeks and Romans. This, I think, shows influence of Catullus, particularly the wonderful Roman poetry of the 1st century AD. This poem is called Song to Celia. It's very well known, and I think Jonson is greatly underrated. I love this poem. I think it's remarkably beautiful. Drink to me only with thine eyes, and I will pledge with mine. Or leave a kiss but in the cup, and I'll not look for wine. The thirst that from the soul doth rise, doth ask a drink divine. But might I of Jove's nectar sup, I would not change for thine. I sent thee a rosy wreath, not so much honouring thee, as giving it a hope that there it could not withered be. But thou thereon didst only breathe, and sent it back to me. Since when it grows and smells, I swear, not of itself, but thee. Some beautiful concepts there of love in such an original way. Ben Jonson, I think, is a wonderful poet, and I'd recommend that you revisit him. He, of course, was a friend and worked with Shakespeare in the theatre, and they wrote and acted and drank together as well, and had a generally good time. And of course, after Shakespeare's death, Ben Jonson wrote that wonderful poem of epitaph with those famous lines, "He was not of our time, but for all time." And of course, course, that's so true, and I think it's true of Jonson himself as well. Wonderful, wonderful poem. Today I ask that I will learn to share myself and my qualities and my failings with my family and friends. Thank you for listening today. Have a good day.